Okay, so let's add a material to our tracer splines. If I hit play, now we have this motion, which is nice. The way you add material to spline inside Cinema 4D, one of the ways using the hair material. We can make, use these Swift NURBS, but we have too much lines, and basically it's impossible to work with Swift, and I think the hair material in this case gives us a bit more control. That's why we are going to be using the hair material. So let's go to create shader, and down here you have the hair material. If I can find it, hair material, so here we go, here it is. And I can apply this hair material to my tracer and render. That's the C that we have right now, which is not that nice. What I'm going to do is just have two lights in my scene, but just put one of them here and control drag, create another one. This is just test light so we can see how our actual hair looks like. Turn on area shadow for both of the lights, and if I render right now, you're going to get this result. Let's go to our hair material and work on this material a bit. The first thing, I'm going to turn off the specular. For the color, what I'm going to do is to go to some sort of, we have some already colors here, so let's go to some nice colors. Let's go to white, I don't know, something like this color maybe, and maybe bluish sort of color here. And let's just see how this is going to work out now. Render. If I render right now, you can see we have this sort of look right now. And the next thing, let's add some sort of the thickness. I just want to have a bit more variation in my thickness, so let's control click and add some points, and just control click, and I'm just going to actually put the overall thickness a bit less than the original. And if I render right now, this is the render that you get. And also let's add a bit more of length variation here. Just let's go to something like 75 and render. Now there is the length variation going on, but you can't see this, and I tell you the reason right now. Let me just add a kink, and that will just, if I render, you can see what the problem is here. The problem is you can see as our hair being created by our tracer object by tracing these polygons. If I forget, you can see the polygon is here, and we assume the root of the hair is here and it grows to the end. But if I render it, you can see it looks like the root of the hair is in this side. So the solution really simply is just to select your tracer object, and you have this option called reverse sequence. If you check this and render again, and you can see now you have the right order for your objects and for your hair material. So that's great. The kink amount is too much, and I'm just going to add and make sure that these two values are closer together for our start and end point. And still it's too much. Let's go to something like 50, and if I render again, you can see this is a better result. We can actually scale it down a bit, the noise field for this kink, and I think the other, let's go to something like 20% and add a bit more variation. Let's go to 25% of variation also. Still too much. Let's go to the same 10% and the amount to 15%. So there we go. That's definitely not too bad. The only thing, I'm just going to actually add a bit more colors here. Let's go to, I don't know really, it's really up to you what sort of colors you choose and what you wanted to render out. And that's not a really nice color. Let's go to just simple white color. Should be nice for there. There we go. And now you can simply work on the hair material more and more and get, for example, if you add the freeze, let's add something like 15% and render. you can see how it kind of works out for you. But I'm not just gonna be working forever on this. I think it's enough, and we can have our render based on this. In the next lesson, we're gonna be putting this whole hair in our scene and see how it's gonna look like.